Good fucking night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you at, man. Good fucking day. What's poppin'? It's your boy Ray Cruz. You already know what's poppin'. It's us and never them. You know what I mean? Bringing you another live segment of my unopinion, my fault, unentitled opinions. I'm like, what the hell was I saying? Sometimes you get switched up like that. The words just get fumbled in your mouth and shit. Pause. Say yo. Anyways, fucking gonna do some who wax shoes. Some who wax shoes. Some let's go through some of these sites again like we normally do. Shade Room, World Star, ESPN. I'll share my screen here in a second. I'm probably gonna try to do other streams and podcasts on other platforms besides just YouTube. But for now, this is where I'm at. You know what I mean? This is where I'm at, and this is where the party's at. So, that being said, let's get into it. Working out sometimes, if you or trying to be dedicated to working out, is possibly one of the most harder things to do in life. You know what I mean? That's just my entitled opinion. Like something has to be going on in your life tragic sometimes or like heartbreak for you to even want to go to the fucking gym, you know? That ass, like, why are you in the gym? I remember I was going to the gym. I was literally going to the gym because over a chick, and I see a lot of guys do that. A lot of these guys are doing this, going to the gym or they're working out calisthenics out of nowhere, and a lot of the times it's not because they're bored. Something happened. Some dramatic turn in their life happened that made them look at themselves like, what the fuck? And that's my entire opinion. But that's what happened with me. I was looking at myself like, what the fuck? What am I tripping over? You know? What am I really tripping over? And that's what brought me to the gym. I was going to the gym at like fucking 12 o'clock at night, man. I'm getting there and I wouldn't finish until like 2 in the morning. That was after when I was like already getting swole. When I first started, I was going at a proper time. You know, I was going at a proper time and then getting home in just in time, for me to go to sleep and be able to have enough sleep to wake up in the morning. And then as I progressed and I got my gains up, I was going to the gym as late as I can because I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna kill it. And I'm gonna go home, shower, and sleep. And I had a routine. It was easy, you know what I mean? I was in that routine and I was getting it done. And slowly I stopped. I didn't even stop. Like I stopped like a whole year later when I just got over it. You know what I mean? I was just over it. But I'm gonna slowly try to get back into the gym. I think everybody should do the gym. Whatever you do, just go to the gym. I think going to the gym at least once or twice a week is like so healthy for you. You know what I mean? For not just your like actual health, but like for your mind and your sanity. You should just go to the gym. It'll help you out. It'll benefit you. We're not asking you to go in there and fucking sweat your ass off, or like go in there and die and catch a heart attack. We're not asking you to do that. We're asking you to go to the gym and work out a little bit. It's not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna die, you know what I mean? And try to see if you can make it persistent. I think a lot of us, in my entire opinion, I think a lot of us get into this funk of how do I say this? Of comfortability. You know what I mean? Like we're just content and then comfortable there. And a lot of times I find myself hating to be content with anything. I always either want more or I just don't want that shit anymore. I don't know why that happens, you know what I'm saying? But I see it like that. But my entitled opinion, again, a lot of us are like that, not really lazy, but a lot of lackadaisical fucking styles, you know what I mean? Or the way they go about it. Like, come on. If you can get your nails done, you can go to the gym, right? If you get your hair done, you can go to the gym. What's so bad about going to the gym? You know what I mean? You go to work, you can go to the gym. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Damn, I didn't even share my screen yet. Let me go ahead and share my screen, man. Go ahead and share my entire screen here. Oh, okay. Take that infinity screen off. I won't look at the screen and give up the promptus yet since we're just into the show. We're only like 5 minutes into the show. So, anyways, continuing on, man, a lot of shit today. Today was a good day. They had a little party at this club I work at. It's all right, man. Not too bad. It was packed in there, to tell you the truth. I won't even hold you. A lot of ladies came out tonight, You thought it was gonna be an all right event, but girls will be girls, little drinks in them, and then they start acting up. All right. I don't know what it is, but my untitled opinion is, the more women I see in the club, the more likely a fight is going to happen between the women. Because the girls be trying to make it seem like, oh, it's all shits and giggles and we're all gonna watch each other twerk and blah blah. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. You girls get a few drinks in each other and y'all start hating on another girl quickly. Like, girl, that girl's on me. I don't know what it is, but they get wild. You know what I mean? I done already seen two events, or I was already in two events where the girls were starting the problem. You know what I mean? There's no men fighting here because there's barely any men coming to the clubs anymore. And I don't understand why that's even happening. I'm gonna take that back. I do understand why there's not a lot of men in the club anymore because it's like, the fuck am I going there for you not to dance with me and what I'm gonna buy you a drink and then you're not even gonna dance with me or leave with me? You know what I mean? I think a lot of men are seeing it like that and they're not trying to just stand up against the wall all day. But the clubs you do go to and you do see like a lot of men and a lot of women. The men are still doing the same thing, standing on the wall. I mean, not really. I've been to a lot of Brooklyn parties where that's not the case. You know what I mean? And if it is the case, it's more of a social, event more than what I'm saying, a party. Because man, once you get to New York or Brooklyn, the party is lit, man. You out there, and especially the parade or the carnival. I mean, I'm lying. Back in the days, man, those parties was lit. But now, they're more. A lot of the girls are still probably already know this girl or in eyes or some shit. There's something about you that stands out more beyond just the clothes, the fit, and the jewelry. You know what I'm saying? That's what they make. That's my entitled opinion. You know what I mean? I see a lot of girls in the club. I'm pretty sure they're waiting to dance with somebody, or if they're not, then why? It's sad to say why do they come to the club. I know why you came to the club. You know what I mean? I know why you came to the club. You came to the club, to listen, which is good. But at the same time, we're not asking for much. You don't even have to twerk on guys. You can dance in the front position, but some of these girls don't even want to do none of that. You know what I mean? They don't want to be touched. They just want to come out and be looked at like precious golds and artifacts. I mean, that's my entitled opinion. At the club now is nothing but precious artifacts for you to look at. You can attempt it. There's nothing wrong with attempting. You know what I mean? Me personally, or just my entitled opinion, I stopped attempting. You know, I just see it as if I find that you have some interest in me, then maybe, yeah, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? What the fuck do you have interest in me for? You know what I'm saying? But I stopped jumping out the window. Why am I jumping out the window I just don't. I'm not with it, man. I can change your life more than you can change mine. So there's no reason for me to be jumping out this window for you like that. You know what I mean? That's just my entitled opinion. What are you going to change in my life? I'm going to change 10 times more because I got you now. You know what I mean? I gotta make sure I can keep the bad bitch or make sure I can keep a good bitch, you know what I'm saying? Or a good chick, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing the work 10 times harder. You just gonna be giving me the pussy. That's just my entitled opinion. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're gonna love me and all that, but you know what I mean? I still gotta go out there and fight with the apes and the gorillas and the demons. I still gotta go out there and do that work. You know what I mean? Not saying that you're not gonna do it, but my fight is gonna be is just harder. That's my untitled opinion. You know what I mean? Just my untitled opinion. You know, the girls was looking good tonight. Hey man, everybody be looking good. And a lot of the clubs, I don't know, I haven't seen this at a lot of clubs, but the club I work at, you know what they do when you present your ID, we actually take a picture of your ID just in case anything happens in the club because this club has had it happen before. You know what I mean? So if you know what I mean, this club has had it happen before. It's a lit club though. It's a nice club, nice venue. The location is, you know, a little out the ways, but they have a pool. You know what I'm saying? They have like 3 floors inside. The pool has a nice patio and all that. The deck in the back patio. It's a lot of space. A lot of space over there to make shit happen. You know what I mean? It's very nice. But we do take a picture of your ID, which I believe is a force, but you know, it is what it is. You want to get inside of here, you're gonna take a picture. You know what I mean? I've never seen it happen before, but whatever, I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure they're snapping a picture of my shit when they scan that shit. So what's the difference? You know what I mean? So whatever. But a lot of girls and a lot of people complain about it. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is, you know, why you want to come here then? You know? Right at the attempt of me wanting to take your ID to take a picture, you should just turn around and just go. You know, instead of having to complain and say whatever, you should just be like, I don't have to deal with this. I just can go, and you can. You can go the fuck home. You don't gotta stay at this club, but at this club we do take pictures. It's not like we take the pictures and we like sifting through them and shit like that. Nah, man, we can give a fuck less, man. We just know that if you started trouble at the club, we can look up your picture and bounce you up out of here forever. You know what I'm saying? Bounce you out of here for the duration of how long we running this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't be seeing the reason to fight. Like tonight, I didn't see the reason why these chicks were fighting. These chicks were fighting because I guess they bumped into each other or whatever the case may be. Baddies will be baddies. Shorties was in there, with their dresses, with their shorts and sneakers. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, what do you mean she bumped into you? She bumped into you, so what? Keep it pushing. I guess they got into a little squabble. I didn't see it. I always tell the people at the job, I don't never see none of this because where they have me, don't be in the position that this shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I'm back there, shit like that does not happen. It just doesn't. I'm not tooting my own horn to say, I'm like some Jesus walking with the soul, you know what I'm saying, with the disciples. But what I'm trying to say is I don't really give off the vibe where it needs to have a fight here. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep everything in around me, cordial and moving right. You know what I mean? Everything is situated where I know what's going on. I can see the movements. I can peep everything. It's a lot of things I can see before it happens, or I'm seeing it as it happens. You know what I'm saying? And on top of it, I move through the crowd like I don't even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing security. So I be pushing through the crowd like, I'm just walking through here. Like I advise that you move out my way. You know what I'm saying? Not to be no tough guy, but I'm just saying I'm doing security here. I gotta make sure everybody's up on the up and up. Oh man. That's just what I do. You know. But yeah, that's how the club rolls. The club does what it does. What can I do about it? You know what I mean? If the club is gonna take your picture, it's gonna take your picture. So what? These chicks are like, oh my god, let me make sure I get a good pose. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about this pose. I'm gonna take a bad picture. Like you possibly think I already took the picture already, but I didn't. And then I did. Move on. Next. ID, please. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna take my picture? They're like, oh, this is like the airport. I'm like, no, I don't even think the airport even takes your picture. I think the airport makes you strip. Like, this ain't the fucking airport. Like, I'm not putting you through a scanner. I mean, they walk through a scanner. The scanner don't even work. We use a whole wand on them. And then they're like, oh my God, why are you wanding me? Which I understand, you know what I mean? Like, she don't really have that much clothes on. What are we wanding? You know what I mean? Like, I can visually inspect her to see that she don't have anything. But a lot of times these chicks be fucking putting shit in their big ass titties that are like a size triple W. You know, these chicks are having WWF titties. You know what I mean? That's the size of their titties, WWF. You know, and they putting shit in there. Man, I done seen a girl sneak out a whole bottle in her titty. So I don't, like I said, I don't put it past these girls doing shit. You know, it happens. But since we don't have a female security guard, that's just how the game goes. We gotta warn them. You know, we don't touch you. They be like, I guess there was an incident that happened, and one of the patrons said that, you know, one of the guys put the one right, like right in the middle of in between her legs, and I was. And I looked at them like, you know, I already know, or I believe I know who they're saying did this. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know, don't nobody really be in the front, but the few guys who know how to run the front. You know what I mean? And one of the guys I do work with, man, you know, guys will be guys, man. And I'm always telling them like, yo, you know, you got to ease up a little bit. And he's like, it's not me. It's, you know, I'm just doing my job. And I tell him, you know, I understand you doing your job. You know, and we're trying to rush and get through shit. But, you know, there's some of these girls think you're being a little, you know, horny. And I peep it too. I be peeping it, you know. But I tell them, like I said, it's not what can I do about it. In my entitled opinion, it's not what can I do about it. In my unentitled or untitled opinion, I always tell him, you know, these girls ain't something to play with, man. Like, you know, you about to warn the girl. You don't really have to warn her, you know what I mean? Like that. You can warn her in the front and then tell her to turn around and you warn her through the back. And then that's it. And move her along. You know what I mean? I'm not with all this, you know, wanding you through your arms and then sliding it behind you so you can go and tell somebody I was touching your ass. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to touch your ass, I just touch your ass. Like, this one ain't shit. But I gotta be playing to touch your ass. I'll just touch it. I'll just grab it. Like, booty, come here. You know what I mean? Shit. That's what I would say. Like, I'll just grab it. But anyways, spilled a little bit of water here. You know what I mean? Anyways, continue on moving forward. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. But my untitled opinion is, man, I don't get it with a lot of women, man. I don't know what it is, if I just lost my way or if I'm just on something like I really don't be caring anymore. I'm like if you like me or have interest in, it's not even just me. If you have interest in men, or if you like, you know, checking these guys out, like what's the problem with, you know, pursuing the man, you know? Because I'm pretty sure the man pursued you, but there was something about you that makes most of these guys nervous. And is that the same thing for women? Are women looking at these guys like, oh, I'm nervous too. I don't want to approach him and blah blah blah. But come on, man. You know, that shit is a little crazy for me, in my opinion. You know, I like having female friends. A lot of guys, in my opinion, or a lot of people believe you can't have female friends, and I don't really believe that. I believe you can have female friends just like you can have male friends. I can have, you know, friends of the opposite sex. What's the problem with that? I mean, yes, I get horny and shit. I'm like, oh man, this is a horny day. I haven't fucked in a couple days, in a couple weeks, and she came by. We talked, and I felt as, you know, it was like, wow, she got me horny. But hey, I wouldn't pursue that because my homegirl. You know what I mean? I got a few homegirls like that. They could come through, chill, or we can even go out, party, and it's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Go our separate ways, or even if I have to crash at my homegirl's crib, or she has to crash over, it's not a problem. I mean, it's not like we're sleeping in the same bed. You know what I mean? She'll be alright. And even if she has to, or I have to, I get my own blanket. You know what I mean? More than likely, I'm sleeping on the couch. You know what I'm saying, I don't really sleep with my homegirls like that. Shit's crazy. I think I've done it like a few times because we was out like at a telly, or like, you know, we got back to like my crib and I sure wasn't gonna sleep on the floor. Like, you got me fucked up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's just my untitled opinion. Like, you can have female friends, sure. A lot of the times I really just want a female friend. I'd rather be friends with some of these girls than to pursue anything with them, because pursuing anything with these chicks, I feel as though they just either don't understand what needs to be reciprocated, or I'm lost on what I think as though they should be doing. You know what I mean? Because I'm doing what I believe is right, but I don't feel sometimes you're doing what on your end what you should be doing is right. You know what I mean? So it's my entitled opinion. I just be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like let's just chill out. You trying to chill, shorty? You wanna have some drinks? Like if you could play dominoes, that's lit. It's even lit if you watch some shows and got shit to talk about. That's great. Like, tell me you watch movies like Supercell or even shows. Not even some movie. Tell me you watch some shows. You know what I mean? Tell me you've watched some shit so we can have some foundation to build this conversation on. You know what I mean? Because I have no problem getting us all something to eat. Sure, I have no problem even buying the fucking drinks. But, but you have to bring the conversation. Like your conversation has to be really up there. You can have it all. Your conversation doesn't even have to be, real right. It can be real right and real left. You know what I mean? As long as you can hold your ground, that you don't have to make this a debatable argument, then it's cool. Because we can debate. Because at the end of the day, I always tell people, you know what I mean? It is what it's. You know what I'm saying? You can have it your way, you know what I'm saying? We can debate about this all we want, but it is what it is. I'm not always trying to like win or anything. You know what I mean? So as long as you can hold your ground, then it is. We're having a great time. I even say that with my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my homies and my cousins and shit. I'm not trying to chill with you unless we can have a conversation. You know what I mean? Because that shit gets boring. Why am I hanging around with you and there's no conversation? Like we can't talk amongst men about some shit, you know? We can't think about some shit, come up with some ideas or something to talk about, nothing. We're just gonna smoke up my bud and be high, you know. Sorry, can I even say any of that stuff on YouTube? They probably gonna devote this segment. We'll see how long it lasts. But that's just my entitled opinion, you know. My entitled opinion. Why don't kids like to take a shower? Like what's so bad about reminding yourself to take a shower? I was in the club today and this grown ass man, I'm talking about this grown ass man, like there were a few people in there that smelled like shit. Not shit, but like, like that heavy dookie, like it's stuck somewhere under their nail or yo, son. I was in the party and I was like, yo, there's a whiff of that going around, and that's just disgusting, you know. And there was this one big dude, like I was saying, he was trying to crack jokes with me, like, you know how you do a little circle with your hand, like, oh, look through the hole, I got him. And I was like, oh shit, he smells like fucking, shark. Smells like the ocean. I was like, bro, what the fuck is that? Like, you came to this backyard, you came to this party with his man honeys in here smelling like that? Like you smelling woof like that? Like, whoa, nah. That's insane. You know? That's insane. You gotta have some good smell good on. I don't care what it is, man. Men, put some good smell good on, man. Put it on. You know? Sheesh. I hate people. I don't hate people either. Let me start off with that. Hate is a strong word. I despise the fact that you smell like that. Like, why do you need to smell like that? That's disgusting. Like, you're embarrassing all of us, you know? You really are. Because I'm like, why do you have to come here smelling like that, man? Even little kids don't even want to shower all the time. They want to go like 2, 3 days without showering and shit. I remember when I was a little kid, I couldn't really do that because my father, even though I didn't see him all the time, he he like dug into my brain that I was this like dirty pig. I used to be like, what? This guy ain't never seen me in like 6 months, and now I'm some dirty pig. I barely even see this guy, but he would make sure to tell me in the Creole language, cochon malpropre, you know, call me some crazy pig monkey shit in Creole, even though he was barely around. It was hilarious to me as I started to get older and I started to realize the stuff that was happening when I was young. I was like, look at this guy. This guy is in and out of my life, right? And the only time he comes around, and when he does come around, he makes sure to tell me that I'm dirty, that I stink. I'm dirty, and I wasn't a stinky kid. I wasn't. It's not like my mother didn't clean me. I wasn't a stinky kid. I remember one time I had just bathed, just took a shower, and he told me I stink. Told me, look, I didn't even wash behind my ear. I was like, what? Like my father taught me how to brush my teeth the Caribbean way. When I was brushing my teeth, I got taught by like the dentist and brush your teeth. Nah, man, this guy told me I gotta brush my teeth, digging them shits, and then I gotta dig that toothbrush deep down in the back of my throat and tell him about to earl my whole stomach out. Make sure you get all that, and make sure you brush your tongue strong. You know what I'm saying? You in there like about to die. Everybody like, oh my God, what is this guy doing in the bathroom? When I'm brushing my teeth, you hear all that goddamn noise. That's where I got it from. My damn daddy. My father digging in his damn throat told me how to do that. You know what I mean? And he was always persistent to tell me I didn't bathe for some strange reason. And a lot of these little kids don't bathe. I got little cousins. My kid be bathing, but if you don't get on her, she don't want to bathe. And I'm looking at her like, girl, you a girl. You need to bathe like 2 times a day. When I was young and I was raised up with my little girl cousins and shit, like they had to do a toilet deba. That's like a bird bath in the morning and then like a shower in the day. Like they had to shower up, bro. Like they had to wash that box and then later on take a full shower. You know what I mean? That's just how it worked with them. That's just how they did it when I was young. When I was young, that's how they did it. My entire opinion, I think they should still do it like that. I wish I could teach my daughter how to do a toilet dip. I mean, I can go in there and I can sit down there and wash my own coin purse and in a way to show her that that's how we wash. That's how you should wash yours. But she don't have a coin purse, but you know what I'm getting at. Anyways, that's just my entitled opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my untitled opinion. I got a lot of untitled opinions. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? They change drastically. They come and go too. You know, like I have an untitled opinion. My untitled opinion is, if you were raised in a good household, my untitled opinion about that is, why are you such a demon? Like, why are you so bad when you were raised in a double parent household? You know how many people are like dying to be raised in a double parent household, and look at you being like this ungrateful kid who's raised in a double parent household. You're just ungrateful. That's just my untitled. That's just my untitled opinion. A lot of these kids be fucking ungrateful. Like you got your mom, you live with your mom and your daddy your whole life. God damn, what was that like? Like, what was that like coming home to a mother and a father? What was that like, bro? How are Christmases? How are birthdays? How was that shit, bro? Because I'm gonna tell you this: I was raised in a single family household, and I don't even Christmas was Christmas. Okay, you know, like how was it having a double, you know, two parents in the household? I just want to know, how is it? Not to say I haven't seen it, and I have seen. I have seen a lot. I got a lot because we got two parent households and shit. I saw how they were, how they came up, and they're not ungrateful kids. You know what I'm saying? Some of them may be, but hey, it is what it is. You live and you learn. I always tell people, especially boys, man. A lot of these guys, a lot of black people don't get told this. Black American, black Caribbean, black whatever, bro. A lot of men don't get told this. Well, let me just say, black men, white men. A lot of men don't get told this. You know what I mean? Your time isn't really on a time limit. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, unless your health is like really fucked up, or like your family's always health is always fucked up, then maybe it's on time limit. But generally, you have a lot of time to grow. You know, And what happens is some people grow faster than others, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And you can see that whether it's their height, their education, their mind, or how they hustle. Some people just grow more or grow faster than other people. You know what I mean? Some people are working at 24 like they're 35. You know what I mean? Because that's just the mind frame or the mindset that they have. You know what I'm saying? But with going back what I'm saying, you have enough time to still grow and learn. You know what I mean? Even if you're like 25, 25, they're still young, man. They're still doing fucked up shit. Even when you're 30, you're still young, doing fucked up shit. You know what I mean? But you're a lot of those fucked up shit that you're doing by the time you hit 30, 31 start to come back crawling to you, biting you in your ass because you were supposed to learn something from it. But if you keep trying to run away from the stuff that you're supposed to learn, then you know what I'm saying, you're trying to fuck up the card, the hands that was dealt to you. You know what I'm saying? That's just my untitled opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my untitled opinion. I should have came with another water. I only came with one, and now I'm all thirsty and shit. See if I can make a quick walk right here to this dough. Yep, that's right. You hear it here first, all right? I walked out of this podcast for a quick second to get some water. Sue me. You know what I mean? Sue me. Take me to court. Find me in the court system or whatever you want to do. Find me there. I'll be there. All right. Back to what I was saying. But that's my untitled opinion. I believe a lot of guys don't know that shit, man. I believe a lot of guys are rushing to grow, and that's fucking them up because you rushing something that the cards is already dealt for you. You rushing it, and life is telling you don't rush this because there's nothing for you to rush. In time, you will get what you dealt. You know what I mean, or what you were dealt. You know what I mean? Because we're all dealt a hand. You know what I'm saying? You just got to figure out the hand that you were dealt. But you can't. Sometimes you can't rush that hand. You know what I mean? You have to go through these trials and tribulations in order to grow, especially men. You have to go through all this building and growing up stuff in order for you to understand life in its full, you know what I mean, in its full circle. Because sometimes you're only living life or understanding life in the biasness that you see it. You may sometimes want to be like, oh no, I'm open to this and that, and you may sometimes see it in other people's way, but you're stuck to your biasness because you're human. You have your own thought, idea, and how things should go. You know what I mean? That's just how you're programmed or how we are programmed as humans, unless you think further and understand and complicate it more and ask these questions why, then you're just going to be thinking the same way. You're going to have your biased thought to everything. You won't be able to put your shoe in other people's foot, and then that'll just be it. You know what I mean? But to go back to what I was saying, this my entire opinion. You have enough time to grow. It's a lot of time to grow, you know. And then sometimes growing, you know, means going through some bad stuff too. You know, that's what it means. That's part of growing up is going through something that you possibly wasn't prepared for. You know what I mean? That's just life, especially for boys, black boys, or white boys, whatever. Especially for men, boys. That's in general. You know, I'm pretty sure girls go through the same thing, but my untitled opinion, I believe a little, you know, strong that men's fight out there is just a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like men are looking to kill each other out there. Like girls are not really looking to kill each other. Like girls want to work together and assemble. Like you know what I mean? Some men really want to go out there and dominate and kill you. Like you see MMA, like you see the shit the guys want to do. You know what I mean? That's just how my entitled opinion of things. You know what I mean? But like I said, you just have to go through life with what life gives you. Sometimes what life gives you, what they, you know, you hear the quotes out there. It gives you lemons to make fucking lemonade. You know what I mean? Gives you apples, make apple juice. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn how to maneuver through this game because you can't keep cutting corners in life. I'm gonna tell you that. You can cut a few corners here and there, and then that should have come back. You know what I mean? You could cut a few corners here and there and play the game. Shoot, that should have come back eventually. It'll spin back for you, you know? And there's nothing wrong with letting people be right and you being wrong and you growing up and then you understanding that shit. There's nothing wrong with mending relationships with certain people and then leaving it there, you know? There's nothing wrong with fixing with what the problem was and then just never seeing that problem again. You know what I mean? I don't call it running away. You fixed it, you resolved it, you overcame it, you know, and you leave it alone. No need for you to continue antagonizing the problem. You lived and you learned. You know, that's just what it is. You know, that's just my opinion. And I believe, you know, like I said, my untitled opinion, I believe a lot of men, a lot of guys, man, you know, because we love our mothers, a lot of guys are manipulated by moms, and they do. Moms do it because they love us. You know what I mean? And they feel as though they know right, but sometimes they don't know right there because they're living off of biased righteousness. You know what I mean? A biasness just toward them and what they believe is right for you. You know what I mean? And that not may not always be the case that it's right for you. You know, sometimes going left might be right for you today. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know that because they're living under the biasness of another, you know what I'm saying, of themselves. They've already lived life. They don't know everything that you're possibly going through or what you could be going through. You know what I mean? But that's just how life is. That's just my untitled opinion. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got a lot of that. I got a lot of untitled opinions. You know what I'm saying? Very. You know? You know, my untitled opinion, I believe sometimes most of people or most humans like grief. You know, that's just my untitled. They like grief. They like to be sad. You know, that's what I really believe. I believe a lot of people like to be sad. If they could be paid for being sad, they'd be fucking rich. They'd get all the money and they'd continue being sad. You know, a lot of people are sad and miserable for no reason, but a reason for their own. You know, that's just my untitled opinion. A lot of people are out here just miserable and sad, faking the funk. And a lot of people are still trying to live their early days. A lot of people don't want to grow. And I always tell people that's what's holding you back. A lot of friendships and people don't want to grow. That's why, or that's what's holding them back. That's my untitled opinion. I always tell people, you know, get up out those people way, man. Get out your way or get out their way because somebody here is holding someone back, man. That's why this team or your people or you never advance because you probably keep hanging around with these dudes that's not even in an advanced mode. They playing on rookie and you got the game on Hall of Fame pro. They're never gonna play on pro. You know, yeah, they play in the rec, but they don't got the game on pro. They don't even got the game on All-Star. You know, but they're not trying to. You're trying to advance because you're trying to get better. You know, you're trying to grow, but a lot of people don't really want to grow, man. They're scared of growth, or growth in their minds just means more money. It doesn't mean growth mentally, you know, physically, educational. It just means to them, growth means more money. They went from $12 to $18 now. That's growth to them. You know, not the learning aspect of it. Nope. That's just my untitled opinion. You know, that's just my untitled opinion. You know, I believe a lot of people are in other people's way just because of friendships. You know, a lot of people still like to hang around with each other because we're friends. Because they like that shit. You know, because they're like, oh, we grew up with each other and shit. And he's probably a piece of shit guy. I always see guys hanging around with piece of shit guys. They like, that's my friend. I'm like, that guy's he's a real dirtbag. Like, that's your friend. He don't take care of his kids. You know, he pretends he does. What the fuck? This kid's a dirtbag, man. That's your friend. Well, I can only say about you. You know, only say so much about you. And they always say that the people you hang around with, you know, say a lot about you. Now that's why I don't hang around with a lot of people because I don't trust these motherfuckers. It's hard to trust certain people or trust people doing things You know what I mean? It's hard for me to even trust people, period, because I already know as a human being, you have your own incentives or you have your own, you know what I mean, ideas already. So, we could be friends, sure, but when time comes to it, what are we really doing, bro? I'm looking for you to be successful. Hanging around with me ain't gonna help you do that. You know what I'm saying? I need the type of friends where they're ready, you know what I'm saying, successful. We call and chill and probably hang out twice a month. But you can always pull up to his crib or my crib. You could always catch us. It's not like you can't, you know. That's the type of, what's crazy? Now that I think about it, that's the type of friends I have actually. It's not that I could chill out with these guys whenever I want to. I can go over there and hang out with these guys if I wanted to, but I don't. You know what I mean? They're living their own lives now, and I see that, and they're living good. Hey, if I wanted to go over there and sleep over their house, I could. They can want to come over and sleep over there, could, you know. But I don't think I need more new friends. I always meet new people. You know what I mean? I like that momentarily meet. That's what I call that. Momentarily meet you, and I'm momentarily done. You know, I don't have to take all that baggage home with me. That's one thing I don't like to do. I'm not taking all your baggage problems home with me, bro. Because I'm a person to tell to tell you what's really wrong with you. I think that's what the problem is. I've had a lot of friends come and tell me the way they receive my information is a little too strong, and I tell them, well, I can't sugarcoat it for you, man. You know, you want someone to sugarcoat it for you, then go see a therapist. You know what I mean? Go see someone else to lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real with you as much as I can, because I want you to be better than me, better than anything out here. You know, that's my main goal. To make you good, man. Make you better than what you came in as. Make you better than what I met you as, man. Make us all better around each other. You know what I mean? Because I see this, if I make you better, I'm getting better myself. You know, that's just my untitled opinion. If I can make you good, then that means I'm good too. Then we all good. Or if you can make me good, that makes you good too. In reverse and vice versa. It's my entitled opinion. You know, if you want to be my friend, I'm going to tell you about your life, bro. You ain't gonna be chilling with me and then never see your kids. I'm gonna tell you about yourself, man. I probably won't want to chill with you because I'm gonna be like, I don't need that type of people in my what I'm saying, my body. I don't need that type of person in my life, man. What are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm all for advancement. I'm all for the community. I'm all for kids. Why don't you want to be around yours? Like, get away from me, man. You hate having kids. Why didn't you wear rubber? You know, like, man, you gotta know it's a blessing to have a kid, man. If you got a kid, it's a blessing, bro. I always tell people, that's my entitled opinion. If you have a kid, man, your superstardom time is running out. It's almost time for you to find a way for that kid to blow up. Find your resources to make that kid the new future for whatever the shit you couldn't do, and he can do it now or she can do it now. That's what you should be doing. But a lot of parents go out there and they still want to be in the game. You know what I mean? They still want to be point guard. Even though their kid could be the point guard and they could play forward or come off the bench and be sixth man, or they could be the head coach, assistant coach. They don't want to do that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just my entitled opinion. You know? You know? My untitled opinion is um my untitled opinion is you coming people who come to America, they really don't have to speak English. You know? You don't really need to speak English. You only really need to speak English because of the ignorance here in America. That's the only reason. But you can definitely pass by with only knowing the majority words and then understanding how people talk. If you can understand English, you barely have to talk. If you can understand English, regardless of how fast they're talking or slow, you can become successful here. You'll be great here. You know what I mean? Because if you can understand, then some of the words you could say back, you may not be saying it correctly, but they'll understand. You know what I mean? That's just the ignorance here in America. You know what I mean? They'll tell you, no, you come from your country, you should speak English. English. When I go to your country, I gotta speak your native language. No, not necessarily. You still get to speak English. And we tell you, oh no, no, we don't speak English. But whatever, that's my entitled opinion. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of Caribbeans become not. I'm not, to say successful, but they've become good, well off, but not having to know a lot of the English that they know. Their English is just good enough for them to get through. You know what I mean? And for them, that's good enough. For them, that is good enough. So it is what it is, man. I think that's a little. I'm gonna throw that in there. It is what it is. I said that a few times already. I said it. I mean, the next time I say, next person can get. I'm a cash app them $1. I mean, you can get that from me, $1. You know. This podcast is brought to you today by Zara. Make sure you go down to your closest Zara's and get your collection. Whether it's men's wear, women's wear, or kids wear, they got the whole collection selection for you. Go out there and get yourself a fit. Now, if you don't like Zara's, then I don't know what your problem is, man. That's the best place for you to go. Nice, affordable pieces. Put all those pieces together with another one, all right? You may even have some pieces already and some pieces waiting for you at Zara's. That's Zara's. Make sure you go there. All right? Make sure you check it out. Anyways, man, continue all through this, man. Some people, what's crazy? You go out there and help people, and try to help people, try to be good, to do different in the world. And, some things just don't go the way you need them to go. I'm currently helping someone, work on some, business shit. And, when you work with the corporate world, things is different. And when you start to work with like local people one-on-one, you start to notice how local people really want to cut corners and play these games with you, unlike the corporations do. Corporations want to play fucking bigwig games, like make you stay overtime, saying you can't take that holiday off. You can't take that holiday off before the Friday so you can have a 4-day weekend. Some bullshit like that. Nah, that's not what these local guys are doing. These local guys are just trying to cut corners and rip you off. If not ripping you off, they're just paying you low because they don't feel as though they need to be paying you that high. Which is it's the game. If they want to pay that high, they just get a license, a contract, and just go about it that way. But hey, that's just my entitled opinion. My entitled opinion is, I swear to God, they're fucking. All these realtors and real estate people, man, they fucked up the market. It's my entitled opinion. They fucked up the market, man. Saturated. I remember when I was, probably like 2015, 2016, there wasn't as many realtors that is now. Like everyone's a realtor. Your mama's a realtor. Your great-great-grandmama's a realtor. The babysitter's a realtor. The baby just came out, the baby's a realtor. You know what I mean? Like, this shit's fucking ridiculous. I'm not knocking on any real estate agents or realtors out there, but hey, man, do you live your life, make your money, pay your bills, feed your family. But the reason the market's the way it is because of y'all. It's because of y'all. This shit's fucking getting insane. It is. It's getting out of control, man. Houses are too expensive. That's what I was saying before earlier. I was like, man, they should have cut the property taxes down, raised the tax on something else and gave us the tax breaks, and we could have all called it even. All right. We could have been like, you know what? You fucked us twice, we fucked you twice. Now we're even. We're even. Okay. But it just seems like we just gotta get the blunt end of the stick. We just gotta get that blunt end of it. Like, take that. And we just have to take it for some strange reason. I don't understand why. We should be able to be like, let's protest. But do we? No. It's like, fuck the protest. We'll protest for these other countries who are going through even worse things because we're privileged Americans. I'm like, what? I didn't know I was a privileged American. Last time I saw, they shot Trayvon Martin. He was running out the house with some Skittles. I didn't know I was privileged. Privileged, you know. But hey, it is what it is, man. See, what did I say? What did I say? Send in that cash app, man, if you ever listening. Whoever's fucking listening. I bet you no one's listening. But one day they'll listen and I'll be the one to be like, I told you. I told you, you know? Just like my OG Kevin Samuels used to say, man. Kevin Samuels is my guy, man. I really miss Kevin Samuels, man. You know, and shout out to all the other guys that are out there trying to make a change or trying to make podcasts that's almost similar and that it's actually good and giving good feedback. Shout out to those people, man. You know, shout out to the FBI is what he used to say. Shout out to my feminine, beautiful, inspirational women. That's the shit. That was the shit. She an FBI, you know, and that's really what it is with a lot of men. A lot of men need that chick that's feminine, beautiful. She don't even have to be a baddie as long as she's just beautiful. You know what I mean? She's beautiful and she's inspirational because she's gonna inspire you for shit. You know what I mean? Inspire you to do more, and then inspire you. You know what I mean? To change shit in your life and do better. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit you need, man. You know, that's the shit we all need. Nowadays, man, I live in a town where there's a dispensary every fucking corner, or every 2 blocks is a dispensary. It is insane here. You know, the amount of weed smokers they are nowadays has gotten to be like a joke. It's got to be a joke. You know, it's got to be a joke because I just don't understand it. There has to be some joke because when I was coming up, barely anybody smoked weed. That was frowned upon. Like, oh, you're on crack. Even in the Haitian community, like, oh my God. But now everybody's got a pack. Everyone's smoking. Everyone's got the Zaza, the designer, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But everybody smokes, man. I went to dispensary. Dispensary got a line. I'm looking at everybody like, what the fuck? Could you imagine the drug dealers they've killed because of these dispensaries? You know, it's not like the drug dealers turned from the corners to the dispensaries. How the fuck would they get a dispensary? Probably in other towns, but not here out in Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Fuck no. You know what I mean? But let me keep it 100 with you. I know a couple guys I used to, you know what I mean, back in the days, and they do own dispensaries. You know what I mean? So they did make it happen. You know what I'm saying? They're not on the corners anymore. They're in the stores. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. Shout out to them, man. I always say that. Congratulations to them. You know what I mean? Bust off them corners and got into a dispensary. So that's what's up. Clap it up for you, man. You know, that's what a lot of us need. A lot of us need to leave where we at and take that sacrifice, that leap of faith, man, and do what it is. You know, stop trying to do it in a team sometimes, because sometimes the team you need may not even be the people that you're hanging around with. It may be a team like on LinkedIn or some shit. You know, a team that you gotta go out there and form otherwise than the one you normally know how to set up. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean. That's just my untitled opinion. You know, that's just my untitled opinion. You know. Have any of y'all ever seen 90 Day Fiance? I believe a lot of us should try this, but it shouldn't have to be like overseas. I believe a lot of us should try the 90 Day Fiance just to try to see how that would work with average Americans just trying to marry average Americans. You know, you have 90 days to persuade me on why I should be with you. You know, instead of having to persuade someone from another country to come here on a green card or a visa, which I think is stupid. You know, like at any minute I could just be done with you and just be like, all right, I'm done. No visa for you. That's why I used to think about this show. I used to think this show was these people are literally dangling the visa, green card over your head. And at any moment they could just be done with you. You just gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, where you gonna go? What are you gonna do? They're gonna send you back to your country and shit. America doesn't care. America's like, all right, off with him. And then you're gone. That's the sucky part. It is, though. It is. It is a sucky part. Man, today was such a long day. It felt so long, man. I didn't have to go to work until like 5 o'clock. And I got out of there like midnight, man. People get out the club and they don't want to leave the parking lot. They want to mingle in the parking lot. Guys want to shoot their shots and shit. They're like, fuck it. Let me get what I can tonight. You know what I mean? And they was like, yo, you should pull up to the afties and shit. I'm like, man, I'm going home. You know? I had all my times like that, man. Hitting up the afties, the parties, partying until like 4 or 5 in the morning, hitting the deli up or hitting you know what I'm saying, the restaurant up, the vestie in the morning. Like, man, I've been there, man. We've all been there. I'm not saying I'm tired. I just be like, man, I'm okay. Let me get 1 or 2 nights like that, then I'm okay. Because I've actually caught myself, being more tired than usual. Like, back then, not back then, like I'm fucking 30, 50 years old. I am 30 years old. Not like it was 50 years ago or something. Like, a couple years ago, man, I used to be able to, hold my liquor and shit. Get in there, drink half a gallon with the guys and, be able to drive everybody home and get home. Like, oh, man, I don't even know how I got home. Now, after like a few drinks, I'm sleeping in this car until the morning, until I'm all sobered up, not going anywhere. Fuck y'all. Let's all sleep in this car together. That's the type of time I be on. Either that or y'all can get an Uber and go home. I'm sleeping in the car. When I wake up, I'll be home. That's just how I move. I don't know why. That's just, for some reason, that's just how it is. It's not, I know why. Like I said before, like I've done all those parties. I've done a lot of partying. We used to throw parties. I've done a lot of partying, man. It's okay. You know what I mean? I think the things I haven't done was like bungee jumping, the real shit that people are actually doing, like vacationing far, far away and buying land out there. You know what I mean? That's the shit I haven't done. I think that's when I'm gonna throw a party. That's when I'm gonna start celebrating when I'm, what I'm saying, able to, go out there and buy land in other countries. That's when I'm like, yo, it's lit. Let's go party at my island, my criminal island. You know what I mean? But I'm not there yet. Soon. Soon it's all gonna come into fruition for me, man. Everything's gonna come into fruition like it should be, like it always should be. Because what I'm saying, I'm a man that needs to be on top. Not on top. I'm gonna be on top of some there, somewhere up there. With the goons in them. Making changes, making life better. I've always said I wanted to be get the humanitarian award. I'm gonna get one of those. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give me a humanitarian award. I'm gonna give me a lot of awards, man. Not a lot of awards. I'm gonna make sure I do a lot of things for the neighborhood, for the people, the towns, the cities, whatever I can. You know what I mean? I'm for the progression. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a biased person. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for the betterment, for the better good of people. I believe it. I believe people can be good. I believe a lot of people are still good. You know what I mean? But the fact is, social media, the access to this camera will deliver people to you in a different perspective than they are off of camera. That's what I see happening. Or that's just what is being presented or handed to us. Like, yes, they're on camera. They act this way to appeal you, to entertain you. But once this camera shuts off, what do you see? And I think that's what can make a good show or a good movie. Like watching someone who doesn't know they're being watched, or watching someone who doesn't know that doesn't know that does know that doesn't know that they're being watched. You know what I mean? Did you just follow that? Did you just follow that? You know what I'm saying? Did you? Because I almost got myself lost. You know what I'm saying? I was lost on that. All right. But just a show, a good 6, 7 shows of people who think they're actually on TV, but they're not really on TV, but they're really on TV, but not on TV. Some show like that, like they're being watched behind the watcher. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. It's got to be like some scary movie shit too. You know what I mean? Throwing some intent in there. That's just my untitled opinion, though. You know, just my untitled opinion. You know, man. What we talk about, man? What else can we say? You know, well, another day in the jungle, man. You know, I think I'm going to New York tomorrow. Gonna be out in the city, in New York City. I wish I could hit 100,000 real quick. You know what I mean? Not even just 100,000. I need to hit like $699,997. You know, let me get that little bit of cash real quick so I can do some moves real quick. You know what I mean? Change some lives and make some shit better for some people. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to it. You know what I'm saying? Let me off topic. Off topic. You know what I was thinking? I was like, yo, my untitled opinion is why can't we get free cable? Like, how much are these cable companies really paying to provide you with cable? Like, how much does that cost really cost you? Like, if you didn't want the cable, would that cable still be readily available if you didn't use their equipment? Could you still watch it? Yes, you can. You know, you can make your own equipment, your own antenna and shit, and then watch cable, watch TV. You know, you can receive that transmitting information that's being transmitted over the waves. That's why I'm like, what's the problem, man? We're already paying for internet, which I believe that should be free. My unfucking titled opinion is internet access should be fucking free. You know what you should pay for? Private internet. You want to roam the internet privately? You should pay for that shit. You should fucking pay for that shit. You want to roam the internet privately? Yes, you should pay for that. But the internet itself, speed, data, all that shit should be free. You should be able to just fucking log into the internet wherever with no fucking problem. The only problem that you probably have is if you don't have a phone or an account, but you still should be able to log on to the internet anywhere. It should be free for us. Like, why are we paying for the internet? Why is the government squeezing us? Squeezing us, or squeezing the fucking fruit out of us with the internet. Like, do you remember when it was dial up? Like, do you literally remember when your phone had to fucking dial up? Like, you really couldn't get a phone call, or that shit would drop. It would drop the internet when a call did come through. You remember how disturbing that fucking shit was when you had dial up? Bang, bang, bang. Like, you remember that annoying noise? That was fucking annoying. And then they boosted it up and they gave us internet, high speed internet, no cable modem, you know what I mean, needed, high speed internet. And they was like, let's charge them. They want to get on the internet. They do. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Aren't we making the internet with you? Why do we need to pay for it? Like, this fucking, this, and on top of it, to make matters even worse, you're going to throw ads in there. So you're going to fill my screen that I have to pay for. I have to buy this laptop or this TV in order to watch shit, right? I have to pay for it. Then you're going to throw these obscene, absurd commercials all in my way. Like, I need to watch them. I don't need to watch these commercials. Like, I don't need to see a casino commercial or 60 free spins. Why do I need to see this? Let's make a deal commercial. I don't need to see that bullshit. I'm not paying for that. But they throw it on to you. Do they care? No, they don't fucking care. You're not paying for that shit. They're like, take that. Like Diddy. Pause. Take it. Take it. Take it. You know what I mean? Oh shit, we're already an hour into this, man. Damn. All right, man. This is my last part of this segment where we do the Who Asked Yous. All right. Who asked you? Dead ass. Who asked you? You know what I'm saying? 4 convicted as 2 men remain at large after allegedly stealing $760K from over 600 churches nationwide. God damn, who asked you to do that? Why are you robbing the church, gang? The Legleys goes crazy, bro. And then where's all that money? Wait. How they get all that money? I mean, 600 churches, that sounds about right. I mean, 100K each church. Church probably had a little bit more than 100K. Churches be having a lot of money. I always tell people that. Churches be having the bread. Don't trip. Don't run, don't trip. The church be having money. You know who don't got money? Your po ass. My po ass. You know what I'm saying? Out of pocket. Watch how Megan, yeah, I think we saw that yesterday. Travel influencer Anvi Kamdar passes away while filming Instagram reel. Horrible. That's I see. I was, talking about that earlier. That's the world that we're living in. Where this is what people are paying to see and want to have broadcasted to you. This is the kind of stuff they want you to put into your mind and let you know that you can do this. You can do this, man. You can do this, man. Look at this. Here's what Thomas Matthew Crooks allegedly searched for online before his assassination. They always got this. If you knew he was searching for that shit before he fucking did it, why the fuck you even let him get out? Yo, son. You know what's crazy? The government monitors everything you do on the internet. Everything you do on the internet is being highly monitored. Unless you have like unless you're throwing them off with the VPN and all that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But most of this shit, let me get this guy off my fucking screen. This guy's over here busting his chest open. He needs to relax. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? I definitely need to relax. Anyways, like I was saying, like if they're monitoring everything, bro. The fucking government knows what you're going on to look for. So for them even pulling that stunt, it's like, come on, man. You guys knew what he was doing anyways, and you let him do it anyways. You guys didn't give a fuck if he shot fucking Trump. Don't fucking slay me. Don't do that, because you don't give a damn. Look at this bullshit. Say what? 41-year-old California man, 41, is arrested and charged after allegedly decapitating his elderly parent. Like, why at the age of 41? Who actually do that at this old ass age, bro? Man, listen. That shit is ridiculous. That's crazy. Yeah, we saw that Herb Gotti. Kobe Pops, rest in peace up. Peace up to him. See what over here on World Star. The Bops, Rich Greedy, Twat, Rella G's, Bossman D-Lo for your little PJ, okay. I'll bite him back and go. Now I'm trying to rob his hand. You know what I'm saying? That rhyme is funny. That rhyme scheme is hilarious to me. It's fresh though, because it's a little bit different, but it's funny to me. You know what I mean? Super addict. Dude was snorting up concrete dust inside of cocaine. Yeah. I've seen actually people do this in real life on the block. I've seen a couple of dudes who they had got played by they fiend, and the fiend spun back like, yo, I need some more rocks, because they couldn't serve to anybody else. Back then, if you knew a couple of gangsters or a couple of hood dealers, you could fuck up, some people that were coming to get some, some work out there. But not the work. They were just trying to buy something on it. And obviously, dudes want to make their money too. But where we was from, man, it was really on principles. You know what I'm saying? Like the principle factor that we all hustlers. These dudes out here trying to, fuck me up over some dumb shit. He gonna fuck you up too. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely tell boy like, hey, you see him, don't let him buy. So that was what happening back then. They were like, yeah, don't let him buy. And my boy was like, yeah, right when he caught him, he was like, yeah, you're the only one that's got it. And he was like, yeah, I know. So he went to the, it was like a place we used to go. Like they was always doing construction there. He went in there, took off a piece of the fucking wall, put it in the bag and gave it to him. And I was like, man, that's fucked up. I wouldn't do that. I'm one of those people, you could possibly do me wrong. I'm not really going to do you wrong. I don't need to seek revenge. You know what I mean? The fact that you did that to me already explained. I've already, I'm good. I'm good already. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you did that, if you think I need revenge, I'm all set. That's says that you kind of control me. I mean, I do want to make an example out of you. Trust and believe. I'm trying to, but how much is it gonna take me to do that? You know what I mean? And do I really need to? Like, I don't. If you did something bad to me, I don't really need to be fucking with you, and you don't need to be fucking with me. And I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm like, word up, got that fuck person out of my life. Thank goodness. You know what I mean? But whatever. Just my entitled opinion. Crazy in love. Woman sends her ex this disturbing footage with a butcher knife to her neck, talking about ending it all because he left her. Yeah. Take your shorty back, bro, and send her ass to a therapist. Fuck, I actually do that. Who asked you to do that? Who asked you to be crazy in love and call that? Call your man. Whatever, man. Instant karma. Armed robber gets met with quick justice. Ooh, who asked you to be an armed robber, motherfucker? Academic says there may be a Kendrick sneak diss from Drake coming. Who asked you, Drake, to come up with some new shit? They not like us is good enough. Son, just call it quits. You know? Just call it quits, bro. Crody. You know? There's no reason to drag this out any more than what it is being dragged out to, all right? I think at this point we're all set listening to any more of this back and forth shit with you, Metro, Drake, Future. Or I'm tired of this back and forth shit because some of us are really out of the loop. You know, we really don't know what the fucking problem is. And even if we fucking did, we really don't care. All right? We really don't care. And if it's over a girl, that's even more hilarious. Like, we really don't care. Like, we really don't care to the point that it can make that girl famous. We don't care. You know what I mean? So quit with the antics. All right? So quit it. Because who asked you? Look at Hulk Hogan rips off his shirt on the Republican National Convention stage in support of Donald Trump. Yeah, brother. Who asked you, Hulk Hogan? How old is Hulk Hogan to still be out here thinking that he's got the Hulkamaniacs and that he's rallying them to go vote? Who asked you, Hokey? Isn't this the same Hulk Hogan that said the word nigga too? Man, miss me with this. Miss me with this guy. You know, I have no problem with people voting for Trump either. I told people Trump is gonna win. The problem is they're putting out false propaganda to make you believe that Trump has this new narrative to, that he's installing once he gets into office. Like I told people before, wasn't he in office before? Wasn't we all under Trump's administration before? And did any of those things happen? I said this previous before, but it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And see, look at that. I said that shit again. And I mean, if you could find it again, but there's nobody really here to help you. But if you could find it, anybody? But if you can find it, send me that Cash App because I've been said that shit so many times today, man. I don't know why. All right, call Lack and oh yeah, we saw some of this stuff yesterday, man. Tour guide in Costa Rica out here living his best life, copping fields on the boat. Hey, you gotta live your best life, man. You copping fields on the boat. Old man loves a freak, but this is just nasty as fuck. Wife licking up her liquids while hubby barbecuing like nothing happened. Ew, like what the fuck? Like who asked you to post that shit? Who asked you to do any of that, man? God damn, I got like five minutes left in this segment, man. This is ridiculous. Comedian Trevor Wallace had Sophia the robot disgusted after trying to run game on her. She rejected him during dating show. A robot? I'm lost. That's who actually do that. Who actually to ask a robot out or to run game on a robot? He ain't a dog. He's scared to shoot the ball in the final minutes. Lenny Cook, LeBron's biggest high school rival, taking shots at him. What? Yo, son, Lenny, who asked you, son? Who asked you? Do you even still ball up is the question. Where's your highlight plays? Are you in the NBA? Like who's giving these people time and daylight to interview them. And who asked you to give them time and daylight to interview them? Because I sure didn't ask you for that shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, I sure didn't. Like, you need to take a few seats back, bro, and relax. All right, ay, Dios mío, busty Latino looks sexy as fucking a small thought, Dios mío. Dude has a seizure after getting kicked in the head multiple times. Classic. That's not a classic. I've seen that one. That's still right. Wow. Thug needs to get on his knees and pray. Little Woody says 90% of rappers don't live that life and defend Gunna on not being a snitch. Yo, Lil Woody, who asked you, blood? Who asked you, gang? Like, who asked you, cuz? Like, why they even ask you any questions? Why they ask you, bro? Like, what are you doing that they gotta ask you these questions? Like, free Young Thug, man. It's terrible to see, black people in jail. You know what I'm saying? If he did the crime, you got to do the time. But I didn't see him do any crime, so free that man. Okay? They're trying to make it illegal for men to approach women in public. I believe it. That's my untitled opinion on that. But who asked me? Women shows being harassed by 20 men in 2 hours while downtown at night. I mean, was she looking good? Does she not expect to be harassed? Like, then you should ask her to go out there fucking 600 pounds and see if anybody talks to her. Then she highlighted this shit simply for the fact that people find her dumb attractive everywhere she fucking ugly. She wouldn't have this conversation with any of us. That's just if you ask me. But who asked me, right? So, shorty, who asked you to be walking 2 hours while downtown at night? Why are you walking for 2 hours at night? Who asked you, shorty? Hmm? Hmm. Man pulls up. What can go wrong? Man pulls up to someone's car with a gun and then this happens. They probably shot his ass. Why you pull up to my car with the gun? My car door is closed. I'm gonna shoot you right through the window. Bop, bop, bop. Damn, the biggest waves ever recorded. That looks crazy. I'm scared of them type of waves, man. I don't even know how people surf. I don't even know how people surf, man. Damn, this is why you can't be nice to everyone. Dude gets punched in the face after giving a man a cigarette. That's fucked up. Who asked you to do that? Like, who asked you in your right mind, asked you to give that man a cigarette and then punch him in the face? That's crazy, bro. Like, why? Like, what's going on in your life that you got to do that? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, imagine he pulled out a gun and just killed you. Who asked you to do any of that, man? Okay, ain't no way. Chick was in disbelief after she ordered a $30 seafood boil from a girl on Facebook and got this. Yeah, who asked you to do that? You thirst ball? You probably don't drive, or for some strange reason, you wanted to order a $30 seafood boiled on Facebook. Why? Why? What made you do that? Who asked you to do that? Yo, sis, with that baby in your hand too, who asked you? Is it because are you a single mother? Because you couldn't find no man to go out there and get you a seafood boil for $30? Couldn't be like, I'm gonna put the baby to sleep. I'm gonna use my hands for you for $30. Damn. Cold-blooded pharmacy owner gets shot multiple times by a gunman in front of his employees. God damn, who asked you to do that? That's fucking crazy. Well, he didn't want to give you the meds? Wow, that's insane, bro. What? Biden says he's losing support among black voters because he can't go through the projects in black neighborhoods on foot anymore. Yo, blood, yo, bro, yo, who asked you, Biden? Who asked you to come through the neighborhood, cuz? Cuzzo, gang, family, old man. Look at me. Who asked you to go down to the neighborhood on foot. Don't you got a V? Yo, son, we're not trying to be held up on the sidewalk with old Joe holding up the sidewalk, walking at like -2 miles per hour like a turtle, man. Yo, get this man the fuck up out of here. Why? Why? Who asked you? Who asked you, Joe? Stop telling them to ask you that. Just a lot of us need to be like, yo, don't ask me that question next. Let's see. Nah, hey, bro, this has to be the most racist clip in the internet. Oh, definitely not watching that. 54,000 views on that. 150 comments. Oh, Shorty was hyping until she found a gay bestie. Until this happened, he turned around and said, "Yeah, I ain't gay." Yeah, I seen that happen. She let them have it. Chick caught this couple trying to smash in the community pool and aired them out. Oh no, that's fucked up. That's crazy. Who asked you to give them up though? They out there trying to get their little squeeze on in the community pool, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Bro got dropped by a pedo. Child predator gets sucker punched and fights back. He was trying to meet a 13-year-old. Damn. Y'all should have murdered him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have murdered him. Wow. All right, man. I'm gonna end this right now. This last one. Look, he's done for dude knocked his opponent out with a vicious spinning back elbow. Wow. Who asked you to fight that guy, huh? All right, man. I'm gonna go end this stream now. I'm gonna stop the screen sharing. Because last time I don't know what the fuck I did. I was